Your shopping cart has things in it right now that you will never need to buy again after today. The products sitting under your sink, in your laundry room, and in your pantry have cheaper replacements that work better. Nobody selling you these has any reason to tell you. Everything on this list costs $2 or less, and a few of them are already in your kitchen right now, sitting next to the products they should have replaced years ago. The spray can you reach for every time the bathroom smells off is not cleaning the air, it is coating it. The synthetic fragrance particles bind to odor molecules and change what you perceive without removing anything from the air. The smell comes back the moment the fragrance fades because the source is still there. The air freshener industry is built on that cycle. Mask it, it returns, you buy another can. What removes the molecule instead of hiding it works continuously rather than periodically, and it costs $2. Activated charcoal physically traps odor molecules inside its porous surface structure and holds them until the charcoal is saturated. It does not change what you smell. It removes what is causing the smell. A $2 bag placed in any bathroom, closet, or kitchen drawer works continuously for up to 2 years. Leave it in the original mesh bag or place it in a small bowl. A 200-gram bag handles an average bathroom completely. Set it in direct sunlight for 1 hour each month, and the heat releases the trapped molecules, restoring it fully. The same bag reactivates indefinitely without ever needing a replacement. The same problem, something that changes perception without touching the source, is what you are buying every time you reach for the mold spray. Bleach-based mold sprays remove the visible color of mold without killing the fungal structure underneath. The dark staining disappears, and the surface looks clean. The mycelium, the root network producing the mold, survives in the surface material and regrows within weeks. Every bottle is solving the cosmetic problem while guaranteeing the recurring one. What actually kills the structure rather than bleaching it uses a compound that penetrates the fungal cell membrane directly. Tea tree oil has documented antifungal properties confirmed in peer-reviewed research. Mix 10 drops into a 500 milliliter spray bottle of water. Shake before each use since oil and water separate naturally, and spray directly onto the affected surface. Leave it for 10 minutes without wiping. That contact time is what allows the compound to penetrate the fungal structure rather than just sitting on top of it. Then wipe dry with a clean cloth. For grout lines, use a small brush to work the solution in before leaving it to sit. A small bottle costs $3 and makes dozens of applications. What bleach does to mold creates the appearance of a clean surface while leaving the underlying problem intact, is the same thing fabric softener does to your clothes, just slower and less visibly. Fabric softener coats fabric fibers with a thin layer of positively charged chemicals that make them lie flat and feel smooth against skin. That coating accumulates with every wash cycle, gradually reducing the breathability and moisture absorption of the fabric. Towels treated with fabric softener for a year absorb significantly less water than untreated ones because the coating has filled the fiber gaps designed to hold moisture. The softer they feel, the less effectively they are drying you. Removing residue instead of adding to it requires nothing more than something already in your kitchen. White vinegar in the rinse cycle breaks down detergent residue and neutralizes static through its acidity without leaving any coating behind. Pour half a cup into the fabric softener compartment of your washing machine, not the main drum, so it releases during the rinse cycle rather than the wash. The acetic acid smell dissipates completely in the dryer. Do not mix it with bleach in the same load. Half a cup of vinegar per wash replaces every bottle of softener you have ever bought. The same bottle of vinegar that just solved your laundry also handles something more expensive sitting under your sink. Drano and similar lye-based drain cleaners work by generating heat through a chemical reaction that dissolves organic matter. The same caustic chemistry that breaks down the clog degrades the adhesive in PVC pipe joints over time and etches the interior of older metal pipes, creating rougher surfaces that catch debris faster. The product that clears the clog today creates the conditions for the next one faster than if you had used nothing at all. Pour half a cup of baking soda directly into the drain, followed immediately by half a cup of white vinegar. Cover the drain opening with a cloth for 5 minutes to keep the fizzing reaction working inside the pipe rather than escaping into the air. Then pour a full kettle of boiling water slowly down the drain to flush the loosened material through. For an active clog, repeat this twice in the same session before reaching for anything else. For maintenance, done monthly, it prevents the buildup that causes clogs before they form. The baking soda costs 50 cents. You already have the vinegar and the kettle. The same kitchen cabinet that just solved your drain handles something most people spend $15 to $20 on in the yard without ever reading the legal news behind it. Glyphosate, the active ingredient in Roundup and most commercial weed killers, has been the subject of over 100,000 lawsuits and billions in settlements over documented links to non-Hodgkin lymphoma. It is still sold in every garden center in America. The alternative that handles the same job costs under $1 and is already in your kitchen. 1 cup of table salt dissolved in 2 cups of water with 1 teaspoon of dish soap draws moisture out of plant cells through osmosis while the soap breaks down the waxy cuticle on the leaf so the solution penetrates faster. Apply it on a dry day with no rain forecast for at least 24 hours. Avoid spraying near plants you want to keep because salt persists in soil and affects anything growing nearby. Driveway cracks, patio edges, and gravel paths are the right applications. Results appear within 24 to 48 hours. Cost under $1 per application. Not every product on this list has a lawsuit behind it. Some are just expensive habits nobody ever stopped to calculate. The average American household spends between $80 and $100 per year on paper towels. That number has been consistent for decades because nobody does the math. Microfiber cloths clean equally effectively on glass, countertops, stainless steel appliances, and bathroom surfaces with water alone because the fiber structure at a microscopic level physically lifts and traps bacteria and dirt rather than pushing it around. On glass specifically, microfiber with water outperforms every glass cleaner and paper towel combination that leaves streaks. A pack of 10 microfiber cloths costs $2, washed in the washing machine without fabric softener, which would clog the fibers, and air-dried or tumble-dried without heat. They last years. The $100 annual habit becomes a $2 one-time purchase. The paper towel habit is just expensive. The ant spray habit is expensive and actively making your problem worse. Every ant spray on that shelf is a contact killer. It eliminates the workers it physically touches, while the queen buried deep inside the wall continues laying hundreds of eggs daily to replace them. The trail returns within days because the spray never reached anything responsible for producing the ants. What reaches the queen uses the colony's own food distribution system against it. Mix 1 teaspoon of borax with 8 teaspoons of sugar dissolved in warm water. Soak a cotton ball in the mixture and place it directly on the active trail. Workers find it, consume it, and carry it back to the nest where it is shared mouth to mouth all the way up to the queen. Borax is slow acting by design. The worker lives long enough to complete the full round trip before dying. Replace the cotton ball every 3 days to keep it moist and maintain the correct concentration. Do not spray anything while the bait is active. The colony collapses from inside within 1 to 2 weeks. The same spray the surface ignore the source pattern that makes ant spray useless does something actively worse when you use it on roaches. University of Florida entomology research documented that pyrethroid sprays have an excito-repellent effect on German cockroaches. The spray triggers a panic response that sends them running into untreated rooms before the chemical kills them. Every application physically spreads the infestation while leaving the eggs in the walls completely untouched. What kills without triggering that response works through a mechanism the roach cannot detect or avoid. Mix 1 tablespoon of boric acid powder with 1 tablespoon of sugar and enough water to form a spreadable paste. Apply pea-sized dots inside cabinet hinges, under the stove beneath the sink, and along baseboard gaps where roaches travel. The roach walks through it without detecting it as a threat and dies through physical abrasion of the exoskeleton within hours. No resistance develops. No scatter effect spreads the infestation. $1 of boric acid powder treats an active infestation for weeks. What roach spray does inside your walls, DEET does to your skin every evening outside. DEET-based repellents require reapplication every 2 to 8 hours. Carry documented concerns about neurological exposure with repeated use, particularly in children under 12, and are built entirely around a reapplication cycle that ends the moment you stop buying. What keeps mosquitoes away without ever touching your skin costs $2 and lasts a full month. Camphor, derived from camphor laurel trees and used continuously in South Asian households for centuries, releases vapor that mosquitoes detect and avoid at a distance without any skin contact at all. Place 1 camphor block on a small dish near a window. on an outdoor dining table, or beside wherever you sit outside in the evening. Keep it away from direct contact with finished wood or painted surfaces, as the oil can leave marks over time. One block evaporates over 4 to 6 weeks, depending on airflow and temperature. For sleeping areas, place it on the windowsill rather than directly on furniture near the bed. A $2 block handles an entire outdoor seating area or bedroom for a full month, passively, while you do nothing. 9 products. 9 replacements. Everything under $2. Tonight, pick one and try it. Come back to the comments and tell me which one surprised you most, and which one you already knew about but never actually switched to. Another video like this is already on your screen right now. Subscribe and hit the bell so the next one finds you before the next overpriced product does. I read every single comment.